Howdy, folks. Welcome back. Give a couple minutes here for people to get on board here, get in the chat room, seeing as how probably nobody gets notified anymore. Hopefully the sound's working. Let me just do a few checks here and there real quick. Uh, Fair warning for people on the replay that are watching this. This is more of a spiritual report tonight because, as you can see, we have no data here on the seed site for the last 4 days. Now, I went to another site and looked up the data and stuff that's missing, but we don't have the difference model. Okay, and what was in there, there's a few CMEs, but it's not really much to show you. And so there was not much of a solar report tonight. And I wasn't even going to do a report tonight. And I hear the Lord say, "Get up, we're doing a report." And I go, "But there's no data." He says, "Get up, we're doing a report." Okay, so we're doing a spiritual report tonight for those of you who are just joining us and everything. I'm just showing you real quick. There's no data here on the Soho satellite, and there's no data for the last 4 days on Stereo A as well. Okay, so there's not much solar report tonight. Let me kill that page real quick and see if I can open up another one here. I just want to see if I can show you the Schumann real quick, and then we'll move on. Um, Here at the Schumann, it'll pull it up for us here. Just a second. Come on, Mr. Shoe.
Are you
Yeah.
you ready to see my newest tattoo?
After show.
Oh, are you on your show right now?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was gonna turn the light on, but
that's why I was asking if you were.
yeah, I'm on right now. It's all good. I'll check it out after show. Oh, come on, Schumann. All right. Well, if this is gonna work for us, real quick, there were a couple of screeches on the Schumann. That's why I wanted to pull it up real quick and show you guys before we start getting into the spiritual report real quick. Come on, pull this up, please, Lord. All right. Slowly but surely we're getting there. All right, there we go. Yeah, you can see we had a screeching event right here. Right before it, we had a little weak spot in our magnetosphere there. Pull this forward a little bit better there. Just right about here, you can see it got a little weak. We had our screeching event right here, came out okay. Here's a secondary event, boom, 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 boom. And if we have enough time and enough battery, we'll get to some of this stuff in the spiritual realm as well, okay? But for right now, there's that on the Schumann, and we're coming out the backside. All the other instruments aren't showing too much. This is just some absorption that we've had here leading up to this screeching event, some more absorption, and another screeching event. All right, let me X out of that and take you to this. Whoops. Please bring it back, Lord. Oh, my computer. I think I tried to open too many pages to get set up for this show here. Come on, bring it back, please. And if this is not going to come back, I might have to start a new stream. Oh, come on. It's coming back, I think. Please, Lord, bring this event back. Happened over a course of about an hour, and I got a lot of pictures of it. Okay, so I'm always showing you this picture right here, right? This picture of Jesus in the clouds. If you haven't seen it yet, tilt your head to the right. Here's his face with two eyes, nose, mouth, chin, and beard, the hair flowing back, and a crown over his head, okay? This event happened on Easter. Now, I guess the Lord feels compelled to let you guys know a little bit more about how this image, how we got to this point, okay? And how I captured this image, all right, on Easter, all right? Because this is your foundation right here, and I think you should know a lot more about how this came about, okay? So that's what we're going to do here. So we're going to go on, we're back up in time here to this event. Come on, please play it here. This is one of my first videos I did called Wake Up Call. All right, when I was our object, when all this stuff started happening to me, this is the first event that happened to me. This was on September 10th of 2017, the day my life flipped upside down for the rest ever since. Okay, and God showed me this. He pointed this out. He made me look and stare at this for hours until I figured out what was going on in this image right here and then the following ones, okay? And this is Nibiru and Nemesis, the dragon, showing up 13 days before the Revelation 12 sign, okay? All right, here you can see this black round spheroid object. It's surrounded by plasma all the way around. It has a little wing coming back this way, a little wing going back that way. It has plasma draping around the front of it. It's also connecting to the southern pole of the sun and to the northern pole of the sun. So it's completing a circuit right here out in one of the outer shells of the like outer bands of the sun's magnetosphere. Okay, probably crossed through it, made a contact or a connection, bzzz, caused a big old arc, bam. All right, right when it was supposed to be 13 days here before the Revelation 12 sign. Okay, and when I saw this in the next image I'm about to show you, it turned my life upside down. Here. Looks like Nibiru. It's got a wing coming off on this side and a wing coming off on that side. And that's not all, because behind that is this big object right here. This is what's causing our flares. Here's a conduit of plasma that is sucking off of our sun, going into this planet. Here's a damage ring or an impact zone on this planet right here. You can see Nibiru sticking out in front of it here. Okay, hopefully you guys can see this image right here, this giant stellar core slash neutron star, black hole. It fits all kinds of definitions right here. All right, this sucker right here is latched onto the sun, yanking off a conduit of plasma that's hitting the surface and spreading out in a circular fashion. See this dark circle right here? That's the plasma hitting the surface of this and spreading out a little bit. You can see how it's draping over the top part of the spheroid right here as it's going around. You can see Nibiru sitting out in front of it right here. You gotta remember, space is three-dimensional, and if you look, this thing is going back at an angle. It's not totally sideways next to the sun. It's still back at like a 45-degree angle back behind the sun. And look how much bigger it is than the sun. The white circle represents the size of the sun. This is much bigger than our sun. Possibly our binary twin or whatever, okay? But God showed this to me and made me report on this. And at the time I was doing simple little stupid YouTube videos. I didn't even know why. And when he told me to warn everybody about this, I knew what he wanted me to do. He wanted me to make a video. So I made this video. All right, and let's back out of this and move on to, so we had this event happen 13 days before the Revelation 12 sign, the woman in the stars with the moon at her feet and the crown of 12 stars. All right, that happened 13 days after this. In the Bible, Revelation 12 says the dragon stood in front of the woman or before the woman. Well, this is 13 days. Hopefully you can see this date down here, September 10th, 2017. This is 13 days before the Revelation star alignment. Okay? This is the sign in the sun, another sign in the sun. In the Revelation, it says there was two signs. There was the woman in the stars, and then there was a dragon that appeared in front of the woman. Well, it's stated secondary in the passage to make it sound like that sign happens after the star alignment. but in actual, if you read it right, it says it stood before the woman. So here's the dragon standing before the woman, okay? Then we had the star alignment 13 days later, and then 11 days later, we had this event go up. Come on, play it, please. The first ones that I had never captured. And what's going on here is I'm here on my knees. I'm crying and screaming and praying, all three at once. I was in some extreme anguish. A paranormal traumatic event happened to me. Something so unbelievable you guys wouldn't believe it. So if I told you, so I'm going to show you instead. So in this image here, I'm sitting here praying, and Mary's head appears right next to my head, and we're going to zoom in on this. You can't go in too tight on it, but she's looking down at my head this way. Let's see, there's pretty good. And you can make out her eye and her nose coming down, her shawl coming over, and it's in shadow right here. This is a shadow of the inside of her shawl going over her head like this. Here's her eye, her nose, her other eye would be on the other side there. Okay. You can't go in too tight on it. And then also is this white ball with an eye in it, this white orb with an eye in it. Okay, and that's not all, because over here in this corner up here is an angel. The silhouette of an angel with his wings spread, with his back to us, standing in a shaft of light. Here's his head. There's a glow over the head. The wings are extended, and there's a feather coming off. The last feather coming off is crossing over these brown roof tiles in the background here. And you can make out there's an angel right here. And you can even see his head right here. Tighter. So there's the angel with his back to us and his wings spread. Yeah, you can see a lot better with the filter. Before it was really faint and it was hard to see. Same with this.
Okay.
A little bit better here. So this is kind of going in chronological order. So let me back up a little bit. This actually happened the day before Mary showed up. This event happened on October 4th of 2017, 11 days after the star alignment. Through my old pictures and stuff, and went even further back to see if I'd missed anything, and I captured this one. And we're going to zoom into this streak right up here, this one right here. Me for a second here. Now, hopefully, you can see that we have a lady's profile here. Here's her eye, here's her forehead, her snub little nose, here's the bottom jaw. She's smiling, she's looking down, and she's holding a baby. And here's the baby's head right here. Here's the face, the back of the head. Here's her arm cupped around like this, and she's holding the baby. Now I'm going to run this through the filter real quick, and it's going to enhance it, but a little bit too much. But see, now you can really make out her profile a lot better and see her face, and her headdress is coming over and going down back behind her. And you can still make out the baby's head right here. And pull back a little bit. There we go. And this was captured on October 4th, so this was about 11 days after the Revelation 12 sign. All this stuff started happening to me just prior to the Revelation 12 sign, and then right after it. So it said the woman was about to give birth. Well, it looks like maybe she gave birth, and here's the little baby being caught up to God. Well, a lot better there. Hopefully you guys can see this a little bit better now than before. Okay. So hopefully you guys are seeing these images, okay? These are real images captured on my security cameras, all right? I don't know how to fake this kind of stuff. I'm not that technologically advanced. I got a broken cell phone taking video off the old laptop, all right? I can't fake this stuff. This is the spiritual realm, okay? That's why I'm trying to show you this stuff. This is the spiritual realm. This is what gives that image of Jesus in the clouds the foundation, okay? All this stuff happened in accordance with the prophecy, with Revelation. All right? So hopefully you guys can see that little baby's head right here. Here's the back of the head. Here's his little ear. Here's his little face right here. Her arm's cupped around. This is her shoulder and her arm cupped around right here. She's looking down at the baby, smiling. All right. That's a real image. That's the spiritual realm right there, captured on our modern day digital cameras. All right. Our new technology captures stuff like never before. Let's just say that, okay? And also with these LED flashes, we used to have these flash bulbs, all right? LED flashes are a little bit different. They put out a different spectrum of light, okay? And when this thing flashes and takes an image in the garage because something moved, it captures this stuff, okay? So, as the prophecy said, here's the baby being born 11 days after the Revelation 12 star alignment, all right? And then the next day, Mary and an angel and this God eye show up the following day. I didn't know this was back in my images. I thought this one with Mary was like the first one, okay? But something told me, hey, go back and look. You missed something. And sure enough, I captured this one on the 4th. Okay, so now let's move forward here. You guys doing okay out there? Is this boring, you guys? Hopefully not. So, folks, welcome back. So I've been... Alright, so we're going to just jump into this one a little bit here. Kind of explain some stuff for you guys so you'll be spiritually aware. Okay? This is demons, principalities, and Satan, alright? Going through some more of these pictures and running them through the filter and stuff. And not only were we finding angels and Mary and stuff, but there's also demons, and I've also found Satan in this stuff too. So as we're looking here at this picture, what I'm talking about is in this mosaic of blotchy white dots that you see this picture is comprised of. When you zoom in really tight in on a picture, you'll see that it's made up of these splotchy little patches and dots. These new digital cameras make these little blotches. Well, hiding in these blotches are faces. And if you haven't seen it yet, there's an eye right here and an eye right here. And when you make eye contact with these two eyes right here, you'll see the mouth fall into place down here. It's snarling. If you look, it's got some kind of streaks or horns or something or wrinkles coming out of its head up here. And this is some kind of demon or principality. You know, other people refer to them as principalities, but this is what I'm talking about, and hopefully you can see this here. This is a pupil right here of an eye. This is a pupil of a bigger eye. Here's the whites of the eye, the white of this eye. These two eyes. Once you look at those, you'll see it falls into place. Maybe I'll pull back a little bit. You can see it a little bit better. Zoom in. Right about there is good. And you can make out there's teeth here in this mouth. There's a corresponding mouth with these eyes, wrinkles going across the nose here. This is some kind of demon or principality. And it's tucked in the way in the corner of this picture, way back up in here, and you can't even see it as in a normal picture, but you zoom in, swing it over, zoom in, and you can see this face just appear. And there's more faces in this stuff too, but this one's really
really defined and pretty dominant in this picture. So I want to start off with that one. Hopefully you guys can see this one. Okay. So in this sequence here, I've got my camera pointed at the couch now because I've been capturing activity around this couch. And one night I was just sitting on my couch there praying, and wasn't really thinking of capturing anything. Here I was just sitting here praying before I started taking pictures or doing my thing, and it was already running. And lo and behold, there's some kind of demon up here. You'll see some green wings over here kind of flapping, and it lifts up my bike and spits a bolt of energy on it. And I had no idea this happened until I went back through my pictures and stuff, and I put this series into motion in a flip book, and I realized, oh my goodness, look what happened. It picked up my bike and spit a bolt of energy on it. This one you can't really see the face too well, but you can make out the wings kind of flapping. Maybe we'll pull it over this way a little more. There we go. And this thing turns, picks up my bike, lifts it up, and spits a bolt of energy on it.
Okay, hopefully you guys can see it. The spiritual realm is real. Here's a demon attack, actually Satan attacking me. You can see this streak coming in right here. I've taken this frame out of the segment and enhanced it and ran it through the filter. So we'll run this one real quick.
Okay, so here's the frame out of that sequence of me getting hit with that bolt. You can see the bolt coming down here. It's got a kind of a purple hue to it or whatever. And then we're going to start zooming in to the face up top here, and it's going to be Satan's face. So you guys ready to see this? If not, you might want to stop the video at this point. But I do not glorify this at all. I do not like to give him attention, but it's important to know that he's real, because he wants everybody to think that he's not real. I think you might be able to see this face without me pointing anything out yet. There we go. Okay, so let me zoom out so I can see it. If you look right here at this eye, this is his crazed eye. The other on the other side is bigger. It's the all-seeing eye. It's a little out of proportion, but then you can make out the side of his face. His jawline coming down, the bottom of his chin, his face going up here. Here's his mouth with some evil kind of grin on it. You can see his ear coming out over here. You can make out horns coming up. And this is in that mosaic of dots again, but these faces pop out and they're more prominent. You can see this one really stands out. And that's Satan right there. You can even make out some wings coming up here. And he's mad. He's mad because I'm praying. And he's spitting bolts of energy at me and spitting on my bike and doing all sorts of crazy stuff. So, it's important that you guys know that this entity is real. He's here right now, causing chaos all over the place. I'm sure you guys can see that. And I'm not doing this to scare you. I'm just doing this to inform you guys that this is what I'm capturing. And this stuff is real. And you can see it attacking me. Just another few seconds here on this guy so you can see his face. Make out his ear over here, corresponding horns, eyes, smile, everything. That's Satan right there with his wings, spitting some kind of bolt or something at me.
Alright, so good versus evil. Yes, we have angels, we have demons. Here's a different angel real quick. And play this one for us, Lord, please. Thank you.
Howdy folks, welcome back. So I'm real excited to show you this one. This is an angel that was captured on my security cameras, and now I've run it through the filter here. So if you turn your head to the right about 45 degrees, you can make out the head, the hair, the breasts, it's a female, the torso, the waist, the legs coming down here, a wing coming off here, a wing coming off over here. And we'll zoom in on this real quick because this one's nice and clear that you can. Okay, and this is an angel that was caught hovering in a shaft of light over this sleeping child down below here. So, zoom in on it again. Just excited that you can see it a lot clearer now because before it was kind of faint, and now with these filters I'm able to make these images pop a little bit more for you guys so you can see them. I'm sorry about the way I have to do it with a camera and the computer, but I don't have any other option. So I just wanted to bring this angel to you for a moment so you guys can see that this is real. This is security camera footage that's admissible as evidence in a court of law.
Also, something I want to point out before we get off of this and move on to something else. Hopefully you can see this little angel, this little gal right here. Here's her little white crown or whatever. This is her black hair. There's a wing going off this way, a wing going that way. Her body is laying this angle in the air. So if you tilt your head to the right about 45 degrees, you can make out her face, her hair, her breasts, her waist, her legs, her shins and feet hanging down, dangling down right here. Almost like a fairy, but an angel right here hovering over this sleeping child. Okay, this is all real stuff. Okay, this is to secure your foundation here. That's why I keep showing you this stuff. All right. So we got angels and we got demons. We got good and evil. We got principalities fighting each other in the spiritual realm. Okay. So let's move on now to this one.
Faces that I've been showing you in the last few. Howdy folks, welcome back. So these faces that I've been showing you in the last few videos that are in the etherical or in that mosaic that I was talking about are not only taking place there, but now they're taking shape in our clouds. And with this new filter, I was able to go through some of these pictures and it really makes them pop now. So you can't see it yet, there's an eye here, an eye here, here's the nose, a mouth down below, here's an ear coming back up, the jaw running down, little pointed chin, and this face seems to almost be bisected. One half is like a goblin and this other half looks like almost like a Wolverine or a Ewok type character. So let's look at that for a minute. And this was pretty faint in the original picture, but now with the filter, it really, okay. Okay, one more, and this one right here, you can make out we have an eye here and an eye right here. Here's the nose, and here's some lips, and it looks like he's blowing. You can make out his ear over here, horns and stuff coming up, his eyebrows. Go. Now you can see a little bit better. An eye, the nose, the lips. Okay, so I wanted to show you that one with the filter, so you can see it. It turned out pretty good too. So.
All right, folks, this is the spiritual realm now manifesting and showing itself in our clouds now. All right, that's why I showed you that image of Jesus in the clouds. Now the spiritual realm has shifted from just security camera stuff to actually manifesting and making giant faces in the clouds. Now I've shown you other videos. I have another video compilation of all the different faces that I've captured in the clouds. But for the moment, for this reason, I just want to show you this. that there's a spiritual battle going on right now, good versus evil, all right? And you can see this is probably the evil side, right? Okay, this is no joke. That's why I got to keep showing you and try to explain to you guys here so it'll all make sense as to how we got to this point. Okay, so now I have I have Marian angels showing up. I have the Revelation 12 baby showing up. I have demons showing up, Satan spitting bolts of energy at me. Now it's following me in the clouds everywhere I go. Okay. Here's another thing that's happening too. Is this?
This thing sitting next to this one.
Wait.
That's when it occurred to me. This thing sitting next to this one. They're the same object. It's the same thing. Whoever made this craft right here is here now. And what I thought was a man standing on the plane before is actually one of the
It's actually
this one right here.
all right. So what I'm trying to point out in this video is how this craft, all right, get this part out of there real quick, is
that I
captured
used
in the
as a
clouds.
thumbnail on my latest stream. That's when it occurred to me. This thing sitting next to this one. They're the same object. It's the same thing. Whoever made this craft.
All right. Whoever made this craft right here, this is a trinket, all right, that was made by our local natives representing something that existed 1,000 years ago, all right? So they interpreted what they saw and made little golden trinkets out of flying machines that they saw 1,000 years ago. So this is an advanced civilization from 1,000 years ago now showing up and following me everywhere I go.
Okay, so now back to this one. When I was looking at this a long time ago, I was looking at this weird kind of grasshopper type looking head, almost like a snub-nosed dragon with a mouth right here, a blunt shortened nose, 2 eyes, and this would be the head kind of looking this way. Okay, so again, the eyes, the snout, kind of a snub-nosed one.
Okay, we don't need to go too much further into this. It's clear. It's pretty obvious that this cloud, this cloaked ship in the cloud here is clearly this advanced race from 1,000 years ago are back now. Okay, and you can see they're back now. All right, that image is about, 2 or 3 years old now. Okay, so moving on. Also going on, which is going to sound weird. I don't know how it applies, but I just show you what I'm capturing. Come on, Lord, let this play, please.
It turns into a gremlin or one of the little mob.
All right.
Howdy folks, welcome back. So here we got you at April 20th, and I've been taking pictures every day because I've been seeing these events unfold in the sky every day now. So I've been getting lots of pictures and not even enough time to process them yet, but here we go. So this one I saw unfolding when I was driving, and I couldn't take a picture until I got to this stoplight. So I squeezed off as many pictures as I could at this stoplight. And we're going to start zooming in, pulling it over a little bit. And maybe some of you see it now. But there's Yoda in the sky right there. Yes. And this is like one of these pictures that's multi-dimensional too.
Where's my mouse? Come on.
So if you tilt your head to the right a little bit and make this an eye now, it turns into
Hang
a
on.
gremlin.
Hang on here. Let me get this so you guys can see Yoda here. Here's one of his ears sticking out right here. Here's his other ear sticking out. Here's an eye, his other eye, his chubby little cheeks, his little blunt nose, and the stubby little chin right here. Here's his big dome head right here with the wrinkles in it. Now, can you see that? That's hopefully right there. It's pretty good. I think you guys could probably see this. This is Yoda in the clouds. Huge Yoda face hanging out right over the Sierra Nevada mountains, following me, watching me everywhere I go. Alright? Crazy stuff. I also showed you UFOs. That one, I don't really have the room to pull that one up. I'll show you some UFOs that follow me everywhere I go. I just showed you that a couple nights back. But here we are with... I interpret this Yoda as like an ascended masters, okay? Like Yoda's passed on, he's in the spiritual realm. It's probably an entity that actually exists, or whatever. That's probably where they got Yoda from, was from this entity or whatever. So, ascended masters in the clouds, watching me, following me, studying me everywhere I go. Alright, so, what was the 8th one? It's this one. We got to pull up another one here real quick, folks, that I didn't have room to pull up earlier, so just bear with me. Come on, computer, you can do one more. We'll get rid of this one. Make room. I got to make a little room on this page to open up another one. Come on now. Just bear with me for a sec here. Please. Lord, all I was trying to do was open up another YouTube page. There we go. So, you guys are probably just bombarded by all the news coverage of Israel right now, right? And hopefully those of you with spiritual eyes and ears can see how the media and everybody out there is taking sides, either one side or the other. There's not many people out there calling for peace, calling for cooler heads to prevail. Come on, YouTube. Clicking on this thing, man. Oh, alright. Well, shoot. I was trying to open up another page here. Come on, Lord. Please let this computer work. It's getting old. All I was trying to do is open up another page to show you something else to tie in with all this stuff. Thank you. Maybe I can get rid of another thing here. Make room for more. At least we're looking at Yoda for a second. Alright, so all these events are leading up to something here. And I'm trying to get there for you. You can see why I didn't have other pages open, or we wouldn't even be doing a show right now. Here we go. No. After add. Come on. Seriously with the ads, you guys.
Pulling open his shirt,
Alright.
closing his heart.
So we're going to start this one over.
Howdy, folks. Welcome back. So, snapping some pictures of the clouds yesterday, and I noticed something forming in the clouds. What looked like a face over here. And I'm going to start zooming in on this face because it's a real face. And
You know what? Just too zoomed in.
behind it here, let's notice that back behind here, this face is being projected by Jesus' heart right here. You can see it radiating out. Here's Jesus' face. He's pulling open his shirt, exposing his heart. His heart's radiating out this image in the sky. See his face here? And there's a crown right here. Also in the etherical.
Alright. It's not really capturing this face right here very well. You have to come over to this video to see it better. But Jesus is pulling open his shirt and his heart's radiating out and it's projecting his face. And it's my face. And I'm like, dude, what is going on here? Why is it projecting my face? Then, later on, in the same cloud formation, we have this happen.
And a few moments later, in this image, I took a picture of the same cloud, but this is at a different angle. I rotated it 90 degrees. I want you to look right up in here.
Actually, let me back
You
this
can
up a
see
little
that
bit.
there's a face. That's not all. I got another one. Different angle. I rotated it.
Alright, I'm going to freeze frame it right about there. Alright. Here's the head right here with two eyes, a nose, and a smile. Here's the arm outstretched right here holding a cell phone. Alright. This is the clouds mimicking me taking pictures of them. Alright. As I explained a couple of nights ago, when I'm taking these pictures, it's not until I'm in a lot of pain that they start to gel and come together, alright? I have a shattered shoulder that's excruciatingly painful, and to hold the cell phone up 45 degrees hurts, you know? And after 15 minutes, most people can't even hold it up. And I was holding this sucker up for like an hour, so all kinds of weird stuff happening. Alright, I got the first, it starts off with the planet showing up, then Mary and angels and the Revelation 12 baby showing up, angels showing up, we got demons and Satan showing up, then moving into the clouds, giant faces and UFOs chasing me around. Got advanced races from the past that follow me around and watch me everywhere I go. I got ascended masters like Yoda that watch me and follow me everywhere I go. And then I got Jesus here making my face in the clouds and then mimicking me taking pictures of them. Then this stuff starts to happen. I'm out. Actually, there was an event that happened just the day before this that I need to pull up here, so let's see if we can make room for another one. So I showed you all the different ascended masters, advanced races from the past. Jesus projecting my face in the clouds mimicking me, taking pictures of them. Come on now, pull it up. Yeah, I wish I had a better computer. I could have opened more than 5 pages without it jamming up. Come on back to me, computer. Well, at least 5 of you are brave enough to still hang out here. Come on now. No, I don't want this. I want my channel. Is it me or is it YouTube just kind of getting sloppy or what? Where did Happy Easter go? Come on now. It's around here somewhere. Thank you for hanging in there. Where'd it go? All right, there we go.
This is multiple.
Okay, so real quick, let me explain. I went into the store and my kids were in the car, and this thing dropped down out of the clouds while I was in the store, and my son took this picture and was like, "Dad, you're not going to believe what happened while you were in the store."
Penetrating the atmosphere and causing this cloud to form, this halo-shaped cloud. Here, let's zoom in a little more here. Okay, now I'm talking about this black circle is kind of made out of antimatter, and as it comes into our atmosphere and it interacts with the atmosphere, it creates matter around it in the form of clouds and cloud vapor around it. So it's not a UFO, it's actually a black stellar core that's creating a UFO-shaped cloud. So I'll let you look at that for a second. Also, I want to point out over here is the coloration of this cloud over here is kind of reddish, from red iron oxide possibly, and it's what I call like the etherical realm. And I want you to look right here at this dot and this dot. This is a set of eyes. I'm going to pull it over a little bit. We're going to zoom.
All right. I'm freezing it here, so just like where you can see it the best. This is the dragon right here. Here's an eye. Here's the other eye. Here's his mouth open. Here's the tip of his nose. Here's all the flange coming off the sides of his face right here. This face right here is the dragon. Can you see it? With the horns and everything?
Here's the mouth, the eyes, the face, the horns of a dragon. Pull back a little bit. We'll zoom in. You see the dragon?
Whoops.
And then as I pan back, you can still see the dragon. Can you see the dragon?
Trying to get a spot where it looks good on the screen. Whoops. That's probably a little bit too big. Right there. Alright, that's probably good where you can see the dragon right there, okay? Now, this event right here happened the day before Easter, right? This happened the day before Jesus in the clouds on Easter, okay? So you guys have a little timeline of how all this stuff unfolded. So, this hill right here in the corner is the same hill that's in, oh, well, I'm freeze framing it in this picture. I'm freeze framing it here, but in this video, the same hill is underneath there. After I saw this, I posted it the next day on Easter, and that night I went down at sunset to go see if we could capture anything else. And this is what we captured on Easter. Whoopsie, whoopsie, wrong one.
Out.
This one right here.
Okay, and this event happened over a course of about an hour, and I got a lot of pictures of it. See, if we go up above here, you can see all these pictures up from way over here going across, or all of this event, and I'm going to show you more of what happened here. Okay, you can see that this face has changed now. Now we're seeing a more round, like lion type face with the nose right here. Here's an eye coming out here, an eye going that way. Here's its mouth slit, the chin going down here. So this round face right here with a crown still above it. Now I'm going to go through and show you the flip book where it changes from Jesus to this lion face. Okay, now we're here at this image right here. This is a flip book of about maybe 15 or 20 of those pictures, and it's the transition between Jesus's face and the lion face.
All right, so now we're up to this point, okay? Now this stuff starts happening around me on Easter. Then, let me go back here to this one real quick. Get this angel pulled up here.
Look at that right there.
Alright, let me just, guys, kind of get you looking at this angel here for a minute while I load up something else here. I'll try to do one more here without jamming up the computer. Thanks for hanging in there, you guys. I know it's not the big solar report and all the objects and stuff tonight, but I wasn't even going to do a show until God compelled me and he said, get up, we're doing a show. So we're doing this. And thanks for hanging in there while we do it. Where are we going again? Oh, yeah. Here's UFOs real quick. Let me just show you real briefly these UFOs that are following me around too here, because this is part of the story too.
So I've got so many pictures and so much stuff to cover, and I'm way behind on my videos, so let's just get to it. And I'm going to squeeze a bunch of pictures into one video here. So I started seeing this event right here unfold, and I was looking at this spiral cloud and snapping pictures of that. But something else appeared in this picture, and I'm going to pull over to this little object that's hovering over the mountain here. Okay.
Alright, this is just one example out of thousands of pictures that I have. It's one of the best ones, okay? That's why I'm just showing you this one. But out of all these thousands of pictures I've taken, there's all kinds of UFOs hiding in the background doing all kinds of stuff. And I have noticed lately on some of the UFO channels, the UFO, when they're filming it, somebody else is filming it in the sky, look in the background in the clouds. There's a giant face usually back behind it in the clouds. And it seems like these UFOs are drawing your attention to look up at that face in the clouds. But I don't think most people see the face. They're too busy staring at this thing. They don't see what's going on right behind it. And if you went, let's go back just a tad bit to this picture. Can you guys see this eye right here forming?
And I was looking at this spiral cloud and snapping pictures of that. But something else appeared in this picture, and I'm going to pull over.
Well, I went a little bit past it right there. But I could see this eye right here forming, and some kind of nose and a mouth forming right here. This looked like a face was about to form right here. That's why I started snapping pictures of this. And lo and behold, over here in the corner was a UFO. And I catch them waiting for me when I get them out of the store. It's just, they follow me everywhere. Always. And I saw two of them over my ranch tonight, and I was just like, oh, okay, I'm going inside. Anyways, so this is all leading to somewhere, okay? So UFOs, we did that. Let's back out of this one real quick. And, yeah, all this stuff is happening to me, and, I was just like, I didn't understand at first, you know. Things were getting kind of strange, and didn't know really what was going on at first. So let's go back to this image of the angel right here. Something else I need to tell you guys is while you're looking at this angel, angel also means messenger, okay? And this angel told me something. And I didn't understand at first, But they said any mortal wound suffered in a previous life comes back on your next body as a birthmark. You have a birthmark. You need to go look for it, Brian. And I'm like, I do? I don't really recall ever having a birthmark. Actually, I did see one when I was a little kid, and I can't even remember where I saw it or whatever. So I started searching around for a birthmark and everything. Meantime, I did a little research to see if this was true. And sure enough, there are some doctors out there, accredited doctors, that have documented past lives, people showing up again with all kinds of like um, shotgun stains on their head, shotgun blast stains, blood stains on their head, stab wounds, all kinds of different birthmarks that are identical to an injury they suffered in a previous life. Even goes into little kids telling their parents, hey, I used to be this person, taking everybody down to the grave where the old body was buried, and sure enough, here's this person, just like you described. Okay, so this past life stuff is this is according to the angel. Okay, it said they go look for your birthmark. So at the time, I had a shattered shoulder, and I searched my body, can never find it. But one day, when I was able to take my arm out of the cast and lift my arm up, I found it. And we're gonna go through this video real quick.
Yeah, it's a real angel right there, swooping over this kid, over the sleeping kid here.
Whoops,
Right,
wrong video.
For now, I thought I
This one right here. That's the one I was trying to do.
Right, and I've been struggling with this for a while on how to do this video. So please bear with me here. So first off, I want you to look at my ID here. So you know who I am, I say I am. I want you to take note of the date of birth. March 24th, 1970. That's 3 days after spring. Jesus resurrected 3 days after spring. The real Easter is March 24th. In this famous painting here, this shows the Roman soldier piercing Jesus' heart with a spear. Now, what he didn't know is that the heart is on this side over here. But he stabbed him on the right-hand side. So, and then I'm going to show you another painting that depicts this. Okay. They didn't have cameras back then. Sorry, it's shaky. Okay.
Before my tripod.
They didn't have cameras back then to take pictures of this, so artists painted what they saw, so for the historical record. So, you've seen these. This one more time. Okay, so you know a little bit of history, what's going on here. Then, in the Bible, it says Jesus will descend from the clouds, so I got something else to show you.
Hang on, let's get past that one.
I have something else to show you. Scientists and religious scholars and psychics have learned that a mortal wound suffered on your body in a previous life comes back on your next body as a birthmark. And this is the birthmark that I have on the side of my chest. See? Show you a different image here too. There it is again. Okay, come on, camera.
Oops.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get you a better shot. Hang on.
There it is again. Just to prove that this is me in my garage. Showing you all this evidence
Whoops, whoops.
Now,
Let's see if we can get this better shot right here.
so I did it like this. There it is. See?
Alright. It has 3 faces in it. One right here, and another one back here. In the shape of a stab wound. Okay. That's where this image comes from. Okay? Follows me around everywhere I go. Alright? So there's your foundation. Okay? Know that all this is truth. This is good versus evil, truth versus lies. I'm bringing you truth. The media and everything else you're seeing is a bunch of lies. Okay? That's why it's so important that I guess I had to show you the foundation of all this stuff. So every time I show you this image, you will know how rock solid this image is. This is a 2,000-year-old prophecy come true. The Revelation 12 star alignment was 2,000-year-old prophecy come true. The Revelation 12 baby coming was 2,000-year-old prophecy. Okay, I'm showing you real prophecies that are coming true, and I'm telling you right now, prophecies are coming true every day now. It's ramping up. You guys are seeing it with this, what's going on in the Middle East, all right? Remember, focus on him. Don't focus on hating your brother or fighting each other. It's a spiritual battle in your mind, okay? They're trying to take control of your minds, and it's important that you know that Jesus is real, that you're a divine being, and don't fall for the bull crap that they try to tell you on the media. Don't go for their narrative. Stay focused on this, okay? I've shown you plenty of other things here to back this up. Mary and Angel showing up, Nemesis and Nibiru showing up when they were supposed to, demons and Satan showing up, faces in the clouds. This is Jesus in the clouds. Like he said, you'll see me coming in the clouds with power and great glory. Here's a crown signifying power and great glory. This event happened on Easter. Okay, I cannot impress that enough. That should blow your socks off. This is like a little hint, a little gift before the show or something like this. Almost like the gift you open up before Christmas or whatever. It's to motivate you, to give you courage, to give you hope, to give you stamina, to share with friends and loved ones so they'll know. A lot of you are already believers and you already know. You don't need to see these signs to convince you. This is more for the people who have questions, who are non-believers, that need some kind of evidence to pop them out of their catatonic, zombie-like state, the big delusion that everybody's stuck in. Okay, that's the big delusion that talks about in the Bible, is what's going on right now with our media and the news and everything. All got you distracted. They got you looking over here and over there instead of looking up, because that's what's up in the air. All right? Now I want you guys to understand. Trust me, this is real stuff. I'm putting my ass on the line by showing this, all right? I put a target on my back to bring this stuff to you. This image is worth millions of dollars. This is worth more than gold and silver. I mean, you guys are richer than anybody else on the planet right now seeing this. Not everybody gets to see this or know about it. They're all still second guessing and having doubts and wondering what's going on. Some people are starting to convert. Others are starting to walk away. People that thought they were good Christians are just murderous in their thoughts. You know, the moment we go to war with an adversary, instead of, doing what the Bible tells you, doing what Jesus tells you. Hey, pray for your enemy, turn the other cheek. You're supposed to be the mature one here, and, oh, it's too close. Let's leave it right there. And all it takes is something in the news, something, big event to happen to divide us even more. Look, they got us divided down sexual lines, down, gender lines, down political lines. The last one to divide people some more was along religious lines. So don't let that happen to you. I want you to be rock solid in your foundation, okay? I want you to understand 1,000%. This is a real image. This is a precursor to let you know. This is like his warning. Hey, it's about to go down. I told you, you see me when you see this and you see that happening, when there's wars and rumors of wars, and you see earthquakes, volcanoes, and, signs in the stars, the moon, the earth, signs in the clouds and the heavens, right? These are all the signs that were promised in the Bible, and now we end with this right here. And that's why it's so important that you guys understand all the other stuff that I explained to you, so you'll understand how trustworthy, how solid this is. This is the real deal. Okay, hold on to it tightly, because they're going to come after your way of thinking and your mind. They're going to try to convince you of this and that and that and this. You're going to have to hold strong in your faith here, because you can clearly see what the enemy's up to. And I've clearly shown you that there is indeed an enemy. Come on now. Just bring this image up right there. All right. Whoops. All right. Both evil and good being caught in the clouds. All right. There's the evil side right there, and here's the good guys. So when you see all this evil going on around the world, don't let it get you down, all right? It's all kind of part of the process. I think you guys have read the Bible. You understand the process even more now and what's really going on. And it's just time for you guys to know that your prayers are heard. Know that, something else I wanted to say is we were talking about kneeling and praying. I like to kneel when I pray sometimes, because it just tells me you mean business, right? But another thing about your prayers is sincerity. You don't just rattle off some prayer that you learned in church, just blah blah blah, monotone. This is more of a relationship between you and me, or you and him, and your prayers are heard, especially with sincerity, especially being on your knees. I think you can see that things could have gotten a lot uglier, a lot quicker over Middle East, and it's kind of slowed down. I think some prayers are being heard, and some you guys are having an effect. You guys have an effect on the weather too. I'm watching this stuff that's supposed to unfold just crazy time, and there's a restraint being held back by you guys. So good job on your praying. Get everybody on board. This is like life or death, for eternity. This is, where's your soul going to go forever. It's important to know that both sides exist, that we are in this war of good versus evil. We don't fight against the flesh, we fight against principalities. And with all the bad guys roaming around the planet and all the bad principalities in charge, not to fear, there's still a good guy here. Okay? There's still somebody who's willing to go out there and put a target on their back and and bring you the truth at this late hour, so you're not fooled. You're not asleep. You're awake now. And everybody uses the term woke. Uh, that's not woke. This is woke. This is being awake. Woke is a joke. This is being awakened by the Spirit, by the Lord. Okay, I'm a devout Christian. I've been through some stuff in my life that has changed me, and I I'm a believer and a receiver. Okay, the reason why this stuff happens to me is because I believe so hard. I know. It's beyond belief. It's knowing now. I know. It's like a matter of fact. It's beyond fact. It's truth. Everything else, once you understand this truth, everything else just shrivels in comparison, and you start to see all the lies that surround you and everything. In this whole world, you see all the deception in the media, commercials, all kinds of movies, just everything. The news, they're the worst. There's crazy stuff out there on YouTube, even like me, but this is something that's real. Okay, that's why I keep showing you this, and that's why God compelled me to do this video tonight to get you guys focused and stay focused on this. I showed you some background of other biblical stuff that's happening to me. All right, so know that there's somebody around. Okay, there's a good guy around, and not to fear. Everything that's going on is for your redemption, for your freedom. Okay. All right, I think that's it for the show. That's it, Lord. That's all you had. Just take comfort in this image. All right, know that Jesus is real. He suffered so bad for all of us. All he wants is recognition for what he did and a thank you. If you died for your friend, wouldn't you want your friend to kind of, if you could say thank you from the afterlife, to say thank you, and show some kind of appreciation for your sacrifice so he could live on? That's all this is about, really. It's just being recognized and being thanked and appreciated. Anyways, I sure love you all. I miss you all. Sorry about the solar report. It's a spiritual report tonight for you guys that hung out there for the whole time. I hope you enjoyed and learned something new about me. And for those of you who didn't like it, well, you can tell me in the comments. Alright, that's it for tonight. I love you guys. I miss you all. God bless you all. I'll see you all soon. I'll be back. What are you talking about? I'm already back. Can't you tell?